the ball, season high assists. You had to be pleased with the way you guys approached tonight.
Yeah, one of the things that we had talked about this morning before our shoot around was just trying to get out and run a little bit more, kind of make the game easier, especially on our main guys. They've been playing at an incredibly high level, shooting the basketball, but how do we make things easier on them? And to their credit, they got out and really tried to run today. And I think that helped us get off. We had a really good offensive game doing that. And I think, to their credit, they really got out and they shared it.
Any strategy session involved with Kobe picking up all those assists? Were you guys looking at doing things differently than on Monday?
Not really. I think Kobe's still, we've talked a bunch about his season, with the shoulder and then COVID and then moving around positions. I think it's just a matter of him trying to find a little bit of rhythm, and I think he did a good job sharing the ball. I thought he was on the floor in that second quarter when we kind of got some separation, and he did a really good job in that phase.
I know it's probably hard to gauge these games somewhat given the personnel and all the teams, but besides tonight, the shooting has been really extraordinary for like 3 or 4 games now. What do you generally attribute that to?
Good. Oh yeah, no, good shooters, so that's the first thing. I mean, obviously we have some guys that can really shoot the ball, but I think, what do we have 38 assists tonight? We shared the ball too. When you're moving the basketball, I don't know what it was tonight, but the other night in Atlanta, 80% of our threes were catch shoot shots. And that's a pretty good indicator that you're moving the ball well. And I think tonight will probably be very similar. Those guys are connected offensively and willing to share it.
Second game in a row, Io seemed to do a pretty good job on Trey. What do you think of the way that he kind of approached that challenge, given that assignment for the last 2 games?
Yeah, no, I think he did. I think he did a really good job. I think Javante was better too. I think both those guys did a pretty good job. I think we need to, as a team, I think we had a really good second quarter defensively and kind of showed everybody where we could be. We just have to continue to work to be a little bit more consistent on that end of the ball. But I think both Io and Javante did a really good job guarding individually.
Speaking of Green, it seems like a lot of these games start and he's going 78 and everyone else is sort of going 45. What do you see in him that energy that he seems to bring almost every game?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the big reasons why he's on the floor for us. He's a nice shot in the arm for that group. We have a lot of calm guys who are play at their own pace, and Javante kind of brings us up a little bit sometimes.
What is it about Io that makes him such a good defender? You credited him Monday night with his job on Trey, and then he had some good moments tonight. For a rookie to go against an all-star like that, what is it about him that you're saying?
I think he's a kid that likes to take a challenge and he wants to guard the best guys, and he'll ask for that, and he's just an ultra competitive kid. I think his length and his instincts are really good defensively, and it's helped us not only tonight, but there's been a bunch of games this year where he's really given us a big defensive shot in the arm.
He's been sort of a sixth man for you by default now. What is your message to him in that role? He seems to take it on just kind of without any problems.
He has not had a problem with any role he's been in this year. He's just accepted when it's his time, he wants to play, and he's going to go out there and give you what he has. So there wasn't a big messaging. We knew tonight going in, Javante would start on Trey, and Io would guard him afterwards, and then we'd just switch on and off with those two guys. So I think going in, we were talking more about the defensive side of the ball, he's always ready for that. So it's been great.
With Derek not getting in until late in the fourth quarter, was that a rotation decision, or is that something where abundance of caution first game back?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both because the team had a bit of a rhythm coming off those 2 wins, and we knew we didn't have a whole lot of minutes to play with DJ. So we got to the point where we just said, all right, let's give him 5 at the end. And obviously he'll get more going forward. He's an important part for us.
Could Billy be back to coach by Friday, or you operate under the assumption that you will be?
I'm probably going to be till beginning of next week. Hopefully, the tests come back differently, but it feels like it's probably that.
As surprise is not the right word, but Zach's shooting seems from game to game pretty remarkable. Talk about running and a lot of things, but he's taking these incredible shots and still has a high percentage. What have you seen as this game going along still?
Well, we watched him together for 3 years, right? We know he can make those shots, and I think one thing that really helped him. I mean, he's grown through the time that I've known him, but I think that Olympic experience really helped him. Just being around other guys that are have a similar role, all-star level players, and I think he was able to take a little bit from here and a little bit from there, obviously he's really grown.
Do you think at all, because like you say, you have been here, and because the team was not successful with him 2 or 3 years, do you think he's unappreciated, even though he's an all-star in Olympics, that he's still unappreciated for how much he does, that people don't realize how good he is?
I think people are realizing how good he is. I think that secret's out. He's been an all-star. He's an Olympic champion. He's playing at an extremely high level for a team that's second place in the East. I think people know he's pretty good.
Yeah.